First of all, thank you very much to FSMOne for this award. And this recognition really belongs to the team behind the scene who have stayed resilient across the market cycle. These are the people who's behind the scene doing the vigorous research work, making investment call, and navigating different situations, handling our clients, conducting the difficult conversations that's essential to navigate through this market cycle. So we thank you for this award, and this is also reaffirmation that our investment process is working, and it also strengthens our responsibility with it in handling our clients' trust with us. I think in AHAM, discipline is a very, very important part of the process that form a resilient investment performance. In AHAM, we believe very much in a bottom-up process, and what that means is knowing what we own and knowing why we own it, and also understanding when it doesn't work anymore. So this kind of approach has helped us navigate the up cycle as well as the down cycle. In understanding why we own it, sometimes it can also mean that we may miss some opportunities that we don't understand. But I think that's acceptable, it's okay, because the biggest risk that lies in this is that we don't know what's the downside if we are in it, and yet we don't really know why we own it in the first place. Then beyond the process, it's people. I think asset management is all about people business. It's about building a very stable, strong, and resilient team that continues to navigate across different market cycles. In AHAM, we believe that teamwork is very important, and that means that we don't work in just silo, not in a single asset class, where we encourage actually all the different departments, all the different teams having the constant communication with each other, understanding why a particular market moved this way and another. And I think that by having that healthy communication across team, that really enables us to deliver a consistent performance across cycle. It's a good opportunity to address this question by bringing back the traditional 60-40 portfolio construction approach. And why that is important is because over the past decade, I would say the traditional 60-40 portfolio construction approach just somehow did not work anymore. And why that is the case, it was because we came from an era where bond yields were close to zero. So the bond portion were not really doing their job because they were yielding close to zero. But this has changed. After the global rate hike cycle that has took place since 2021 to 2023, we have seen that the global fixed income landscape has changed in a way that we do not need to take excessive risk anymore. Today, we can invest in high-quality fixed income and get meaningful income. And this is really meaningful for your long-term asset allocators, for your retirees, for your institutions, and for people who are planning for their future income needs. Because now that we go back to this 60-40 approach, the income part is generating a meaningful return to you. Some of the risks, of course, that we are watching for is, first of all, the geopolitical landscape that's happening. Today, we are seeing the US-Iran having signed peace deal already, but negotiation will continue to take place over the next few months. This continues to be something that we continue to be monitor because it really will bring meaningful volatility to the market. Secondly, the implication of geopolitical tension will be on inflation. And inflation is a very important indicator that we are watching for, because what happened in 2021 to 2022, which was a painful period for fixed income, is that we were in an environment where inflation skyrocketed, which forced central banks to having to hike rates. So that means fixed income were generating negative return back then. But today, while our central case is that for inflation to gradually decline, central banks do not need to hike rates as aggressive as 2021-2022 period, but it remains to be a key risk that we are monitoring. I think AI has definitely changed the landscape, especially in investment, because in the past, information privilege was possibly one of the distinctions that made a different investment decision, right? And having AI helping us in research, it means that it enables us to process a lot of information, market flows in a much quicker manner compared to possibly just a year ago. I think to us, AI does not replace, but in fact, it enhance our investment process by enabling us to screen through a lot of information at a quicker time. And I think that with AI, what it really does is that it helps to free up analyst time to now for us being able to channel the additional time to processing and making investment decision, making that judgment call that AI cannot do. And I think what professional fund managers add value is that human touch, right? Yes, you may have a lot of earnings call transcript, you have a lot of information, but ultimately it's some of this human behavior, understanding management, talking to them that really adds a different layer to making that investment decision. Also importantly is the relationship between fund managers and our clients and our investors. When markets are volatile, just like what we saw in March and April, when markets are volatile, clients do not just want information that they can read from paper and AI. They also want somebody who can explain to them what's going on, that human touch, handling their emotion and helping them understanding what is the difference it has made to your investment goal and objective. And I think this is something that AI cannot replace at the moment.